I want to begin, first of all, by wishing you a Happy New Year and to thank you for coming this morning for this brief ceremony. It's an important ceremony because some of the most important elements of the MPP manifesto, upon which we were elected into office, have now found legislative expression. And I thought it would be good for the country to see that that development has taken place. So I've asked you to come and witness, as it were, my assent to 5 separate bills that the Parliament has enacted. The first is the establishment of the office of the Special Prosecutor. As though it's gone through a lot of controversy. But my hope and expectation is that the establishment of this office is going to be an important step in our collective determination to root out corruption in the public life of our country. All of us know that it has been a major bane in the development of Ghana. And hopefully this office, that is its intention, will make that contribution and make sure that public officials, past and present, are held to account for their actions, and that corrupt acts will no longer go without investigation and, if necessary, sanction once the due process has been respected. So that's the first. I'm also going to give assent to the 3 development authorities: the Northern Development Authority, the Middle Belt Development Authority, and the Coastal Development Authority. As you know, in the course of the campaign, we indicated that we wanted to try a new approach to the development of our country, a new approach that went towards a decentralization of the development paradigm. Our belief is that the centralized approach to development that we have witnessed virtually the entire period of our independent life has not been successful in delivering development at the grassroots of our society. And therefore, we made this commitment that we would spend every year on each constituency the equivalent of $1 million. And that these development authorities that are now going to be put in place will be the vehicle for the management of these funds and the expenditure, the equivalent of $1 million per constituency commitment. By the same token, I'm also going to give assent to the Zongo Development Fund. As you know, we have insisted that this particular community, the Zongos, require a special consideration from our development initiatives for reasons that are obvious. The deprivation and underdevelopment that has characterized the life of people in the Zongos is not something that a healthy society can tolerate. And it's important that, if you like, affirmative action of a sort is taken to address the needs of the Zongos. And that is what the establishment of this fund is going to try to do. So these are the legislation that I'm giving assent to that. I think it's important that, as far as the authorities in the Zongo Development Fund are concerned, that the country, you purvey to the country the thinking of the executive, understands that it is part and parcel of our approach to development of our country. As I said, we believe that the centralized approach that we have seen in Ghana, virtually the entire period of our post-independent life, has not been successful in getting that momentum of development that we require at the grassroots. So the decision, for instance, to support the reorganization of the regions, to enhance local democracy by our commitment for the election of district chief executives. All those are part and parcel of this vision, of this approach to development. And we want to bring development closer to our people. The planning, the execution of projects, and the process of accountability being something that will therefore be strengthened at the local level. So these are the bills that I'm assenting to. And I thought that the centrality of these bills in the MPP's manifesto required that we make a special fuss about the process of the presidential assent. And that's why I've asked you respectfully to come and witness this and convey this to the country. And I'm grateful that early on, this second day of the new year, you've been able to assemble here for us to go through this exercise. So these are the bills. These are the 5 bills that I'll be giving assent to. The first is the Office of Special Prosecutor. The second is the Northern Development Authority. The second is the Middle Belt Development, the third, I'm sorry, is the Middle Belt Development Authority. And then the fourth is the Coastal Belt Development, the Coastal Development Authority. And then finally, the Zongo Development Fund. So in effect, as from now, they are now law. Thank you so much for coming.